Well, the first thing to realize is there's different kinds of in-camera sessions. Firstly, if you're required by law to hold public board meetings, then one kind of in-camera session is where you ask the public and the media to leave and you go in camera. That's not really what we're talking about here. That's dealt with in the bylaws and regulations of those organizations. What we're talking about here is voluntarily going into executive session in order to deal with some very specific areas. Conflicts of interest, CEO performance and compensation, maybe a sensitive litigation matter. And so the best practice is at the very beginning of a board meeting for the chair to have the board members review the agenda and come to an agreement on if there are any agenda items that meet those particular criteria, and to get into the habit of having at least a provision for a regular in-camera session at the beginning of every board and committee meeting in order to relieve the anxiety that often occurs when you don't hold regular in-camera sessions and the only time you call an in-camera session is when there's a really significant issue that's been raised. The other thing to keep in mind is most boards nowadays also have another kind of in-camera session at the very end of a meeting where everybody leaves except for the board members or the committee members. Even the secretary, the minute taker, leaves, and they take 5 or 10 minutes to just ask themselves, how did the meeting go? What could we have done differently? What could we do to use our time more effectively at the next meeting?